Leadership takes practice. Yesterday, I talked about how corporations aren't uh, maybe investing in the long term building foundations for leaders. When I first became a leader, I was super excited, but I didn't have any of these tools to understand how to navigate people. Now, the fortunate thing is I happened to end up in a role where I got to work with a lot of consultants that were coming into the bank to do trainings. And so I got more skill sets than a lot of other people and a lot of practice because I had to facilitate it. And right then I learned it took me so much practice and getting okay with practicing and getting okay with feedback. But our leaders aren't often getting feedback. We are getting feedback, we just don't want to hear it. It's in our turnover and our employees' well being or happiness, and the success of the team. So, what I think is really important if you're a leader, no matter what your level is, no matter how successful you are, it really does come down to how self-aware you are and what is showing up at work for you. Now, it could be good things that are happening. So if you address and understand, I'm really effective at communicating. What are the parts of that have helped me to become effective? Because then you're going to be able to teach other people how to effectively communicate. If you're challenged, and this is where the 7-year-old child shows up. So I find when I'm working with a lot of leaders, and especially organizations, is we're very self-aware. I recently had a conversation with a company, and they're all like, yes, we're very self-aware. But when I asked them their values, each person to really think about their values, they all just kind of looked at me like a deers in the headlight because they're not really connecting. So we have been trained through school, like the standardized tests, right? Memorize these things and say it. So we respond, we get asked a question. Well, it's really scary to say, I don't know, or that doesn't make sense, or, well, there's a lot of different reasons. So this is where we can create cultures that give an openness and expansiveness for humans to practice, to fail into leadership, or to learn more of who they are. Because if you as a leader don't understand your values and how your values connect to the values of your company, you may have some success, but I guarantee you, the more you invest in your self-awareness and your own growth mindset, the better. Now, there are a lot of books out there, there's courses, all those things. You can certainly invest in them yourselves. I think companies should invest as well. And I think that this is where we can create cultures where companies actually see the importance of really investing, not in just hey, here's a book or here's a great seminar, but then how do we incorporate this? And not only that, how do we do it? Because Joe B over here may have had 20 years of leadership and has learned a lot of things through his own self-growth, and Mary may be 5 years in, and Julie may be 1 year in. So everybody's at different levels, and we need to be able to meet each person in their own unique journey and where they're at from a leadership perspective. So it's not a one and done in a seminar, and there's a lot of different ways. So if you're a company or a leader, an organizer that really wants to practice and you want to hone your skills and you want to run high level performing teams, not only that, you want to have more balance in your life and happiness, then reach out to me, book a discovery call. I work with organizations and individual leaders, either in group work or mentoring, but I have crafted a very specific program that allows people to practice and to get really comfortable wherever they're at. It's vulnerable, but it is powerful. Have a great day.